everybody, and welcome to yet another surprise painting live video. I didn't announce this because I wasn't sure if I'm gonna make it tonight, so I usually started this on Fridays, but the Friday was like hectic to me and I really didn't have enough strength. I was super sleepy to paint for another 2 hours or so. So I decided I will live stream today if I get a chance, and I have a chance because baby is asleep, all is good. And tonight we are going to paint a game that I received just recently. It is a MOURNEQUEST by Backspindle games, and today we are, or tonight, depending when you're watching this, it is night. So we are going to paint these 3 miniatures mainly because I like them. That's the only reason. So let me just grab. So I have their player boards. So we have this guy we are going to paint. I'm going to use this color scheme. I will not think of mine, maybe a few small details, but basically I'm going for this. And we are going to paint this girl, and then we are going to paint this guy. Those last 2 characters mainly we are painting together because they have lots of similarities, lots of green and blue colors that they both have on them, so we are going to cheat our way, sort of. Okay, so we have everything ready. As you already know, I mostly paint with these contrast colors because I really like how they do their job, and you can do a really quick paint with them. And I just now realized that I'm missing the flesh tone color. Let me just search. Oh, I got it on a first try. Guilliman flesh, the best contrast color ever for the flesh, for the skin of the miniature. Okay, so let us start. Wait, I need something to wash my brush after use. Okay, so we are going to start with the Guilliman flesh, and we are first going to paint all the flesh tones, all the face and everything. So the idea is to paint in a batch and to be done for an hour and a half. This is the time limit that I kind of set to myself to finish this one. So we already have 1 person watching. Well, hello, whoever you are, and sorry that I didn't announce this sooner. Okay, so I guess I oversprayed this miniature because this contrast paint is just smearing all over it. It just doesn't want to catch. Can you see? So now you have a chance to witness what happens when you spray too much on the miniature. Okay, so we just might be switching to the regular colors, not the contrast one. Let me just quickly check and see if I can clear this and maybe repair it with some white color. And then I don't know if it's the face is the problem or did I really oversprayed the miniature, which is probably the latest thing. I probably oversprayed it. Okay, so we need white color. I forgot to take that one out. Just a second. Okay, where is it? I have lots of colors here that I'm holding in the one bag. Okay, so here it is. We found some white color, so I'm just going to try and do some white over his face and see if that changes anything, and if not, then, because so far I never oversprayed anything, this is the first time, so I never encountered this problem. So we are going to see if we can repair that now quickly. If not, maybe I'll just pick another miniature and see how I did with that one. But this one, for now, I'm just going to go with the white over his face, just to give it more, just to give that contrast color more, something to hold on, some texture. and we'll see how that goes and if it works or not. Okay, so let's see. While this one is drying up, let's see how I did with this one. Did I overdo it on this one? The other thing is that problem also is that it was a little bit cold outside, and spraying in cold is not that good if you have like regular. I don't know, this one looks kind of oversprayed also, but hell, we are going for it. We're going to try it and see if it works. Yeah, you see how I oversprayed miniatures like so much. This is not working at all, right? This is not good. Okay, I just might have ruined this stream, or we'll have to bust out and paint some other miniature or something. We'll have to see. Let's just clean this one up. Yeah, this is what happens when you spray in a hurry and you really wish to paint some miniatures, and then things like this happen. So I'll presume that all of these miniatures are super oversprayed, which means that contrast color is out of the way, and we'll have to do it an old-fashioned way, which is okay, but it takes a little bit longer to paint than usual, because you can paint straight out of the pot with these colors. Maybe it's a problem with the Gilliman flesh. Let's see if we do the brown color. Where is it? I have a brown for the hair, wildwood. Okay, let's shake it up. Maybe I didn't shake the color enough, who knows. Okay, let us see if this will change anything. We'll try to paint this guy's hair and see how that goes. And I have to remove this from his eyes. He has some Gilliman flesh left in his eyes. Yeah, this is not looking good so far, but we'll see if we can salvage that. So we are going to paint his hair, and yeah, the paint is running all over the place. This is not going to work. Okay, so we are not going to use contrast colors at all tonight. We are just going to use, wait, I just have to clean this up, because just put some water on it. So we are not going to use the contrast colors tonight. We are going to paint the old regular style of painting. Well, that should be interesting. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go with the skin tones. And for skin tones, now I'll have to constantly search for paints, so you'll have to bear with me until I find them, because I was not expecting this thing to happen. Not sure why, not sure if it's the weather. Was the weather the problem or not, but it is what it is. I still don't have the wet palette. I ordered some plastic, very thin plastic holder, and then I'll have the wet palette for these regular paints. But for now, we're gonna have to manage the old-fashioned style. So who knows what I did wrong here? But yeah, we are going to start and paint the old regular way, even though I didn't paint in a while with these paints, because these contrast paints, they're really the bomb. It is really awesome to paint with contrast paints, if you ask me, but it is what it is. The thing is, when you paint with these paints, you are more allowed to make mistakes, because you can easily repair them. while with contrast paints, because they have like really big transparency, you have to constantly go over with the white if you do mistakes and repair them with the white and then go over with another contrast. I mean, you saw some of my videos probably, so you know what I'm talking about. If not, go check them out, of course. Okay, so tonight, by the choice of my poor spraying, we are doing this an old way. So who knows, this will probably take more than 2 hours now, because with these paints you have few extra steps that you don't have to do with the contrast paints. So I'll probably be here well after midnight, at least by Croatian time. But we'll try and be as fast as possible with painting these. I was thinking to maybe put some music on in the background, but I'm not sure if you hear me correctly. I see that one person is watching. I would really wish for just one comment to tell me how you can hear me, because I'm doing this with the new microphone, the different microphone. It's not new, like I didn't bought it new, it is just different, and I'm not sure if you can hear me correctly or not. Yeah, so this is just one skin. Now on to the next one. Yeah, if these were the contrast paints, I'm going to talk a lot about contrast paints because I really like how they changed the painting game. So if these were the contrast paints, this would already be over probably. Let's just move this aside so you can see what I'm doing with this one. But I don't know how I did a mistake and so much oversprayed the miniatures. I'm not sure what I did. It never happened before, a mistake like this. I mean, it did when I started painting miniatures. Then I really didn't know how to spray well, so I was like going super crazy with the spray can on the miniature. But as you paint more and more, you learn new things, some by accident, some by trial and error, something you see on a YouTube, like you are watching this now, and you maybe learn a thing or two, who knows. Now I'm starting to wonder if this one person that is watching is actually me. Does he counts me as one person who is watching this painting video? Or just somebody opened up to watch what I do, but he or she is not near the computer. Who knows? Okay, so I have an info from my wife that you can hear me correctly. So I have that going for me, which is nice. But yeah, I hate painting this way. Painting this way is boring. Contrast colors are much better. So much cooler to paint miniatures with the contrast colors. I mean, this is okay, but not as nearly okay as it would be. Oh, I just realized something. This guy has a bare feet, so we need to paint his feet. Let me just see on this. Yeah, he has a bare feet. It is bare necessity. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to paint his feet. I'm just going to go very liberally all over it, and then I'll pick out the straps of the sandals and all that with different color. Now I so much oversprayed that even this regular paint is not sticking well. I blame the weather. I think it's the weather that was the problem, and I'll probably not spray paint anything else while the winter is, or the fall and winter, and I'll just spray in the spring and summer and make sure I have everything spray painted and ready for you guys and girls. So this is something that I'm really not enjoying. I have to constantly go over one and the same spot. It's going to take forever to paint this tonight, but if we don't manage to paint it all, well, we'll just end where we end and then continue the other day. There are more days we can paint, and we are going to do that if it's necessary. I need some more of this skin tone. Yeah, this guy. Okay. So the girl has like a really big face. On her the paint seems to stick really nice. I didn't maybe overspray her, who knows. I think I did. I just added a little bit more water to the mix, and I see it that the paint is trying to escape from the flat surfaces, which indicates to me that I did a boo-boo. I really wish I had a wet palette right now, because this would go much faster if I had one, but I don't. So it is what it is, and I really wish I do this in 2 hours tops. I don't want to be here all night painting and talking to myself. I don't know, maybe it's the wrong time. Maybe my time zone is just not good for everyone, but this is basically the only time that I can paint miniatures and do some live streams and all that, because the baby is asleep, and any other way would just not be possible. At least until he grows some more, like when he's 18 or 19. He's 1 now. Okay, so we are done with the skin tone, and this was just really long paint job. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go with the green color. Let's find some nice green color that is not like too green, but yeah, this one is too green, but I like it. It's a light green, and we are going to paint some clothes on these two. Since this one has no green on him, he's mostly orange and red, and then belts and all that. Now I will not go in a crazy details with this paint job. I just want to do it like super quick and easy regular paint job. Okay, so for him, let's go with him first. He has this like vest that is kind of bluish color, and then underneath and over here with the sleeves, these are green, and then his pants are somewhat green, but we are going to go with the blue also, and his socks are green. So okay, so wait, let me just try and see where the camera is in the center, around right about here. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so we are just going to paint the green on his. My god, I just now realized that I completely forgot to paint the old regular way. Those contrast colors are bad for you, because when you start painting with those, you kind of forgot to paint normally, to watch the lines and everything. It is, I mean, even though painting with those paints you need to watch the lines more, but it's so much easier and quicker to paint than with the regular paints. But this is actually a good practice, so you don't forget things. I mean, it's not like you can forget how to paint, but you need a few days of adjustment, I guess. And we are going to paint some green, some more of this green color green. Yeah, at this point I will probably stop talking, because I'm talking to myself. I should definitely put some music on. I have to find some royalty free so I don't get flagged and all that. Wait, I just realized these are his knees, so you can see some of his skin, so we'll have to go over and paint the skin on that. We completely missed that. Not we, I missed it, but it's okay. You can never be wrong when you're painting, because you can always go and fix if you did some mistake or anything. So there's really no that much of an error. You just missed it, you'll go over it. I just hope that this paint is not dry yet, because I really don't want to put some more paint out. Let me just, oh yeah, it's okay, it's working. If I had a wet palette, I would not have to worry about that, and I'll have it soon, I promise. We just need to wait for it to come, because the post office is really slow. With the shipping of the packages and everything. Yeah, I noticed that lately packages are super slow coming to Croatia. Usually it took them maybe 4 days from UK when we order paints, miniatures, whatever. We usually order those from the UK sites because they have the best deals, of course. And I noticed that it is like super slow in last half a year or so. You are waiting like forever to get the miniatures or whatever you ordered, and I don't like that. Okay, so we did repair the little mistake that we had with the skin, and now we are going to continue with the green, and we are going to continue painting with it. Okay. I'm not really sure what I have to do for people to start watching this, because right now I'm thinking, why am I doing this? For who am I doing this? Because it is much harder to paint while streaming, since I have to constantly watch the angle of the camera and everything, think about all that, and it really slows down the paint job. But hey, it is what it is. I don't say I'm quitting, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so let's see. This one has like this overalls that are green. So let's see where it goes. It goes here, and it is like all the way here. Yeah, this green looks really nice. It is a little bit screaming, like it's really intensive green color, but once we do a wash and some highlights, it's going to look just perfect. I learned that sometimes you think, oh my god, I went too bright, but usually you end up with a dark miniature, and there's really nothing wrong with the light miniatures. With the dark miniatures or the light, you do whatever you want, but just so you know, you always go lighter than you think you should. Like for example, I think this one is too light now, but it won't be when I'm done with it, and I know that. But when I was just starting painting and all that, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Then the YouTube didn't have these many tutorials it has now. It was really like you were on your own and trying to figure things out. Now let's see, is this a boot or... yeah, that's not a boot, that's her pants thingy. The boots are inside, like these pants are going over the boots. At least I think they are. Since this one goes over, I believe that the other one is also. Yeah. This is going to be one boring painting video if you watch it after it live streamed, because I just get myself into painting and I completely forgot that I'm live, that I need to speak to you even though one person is watching. I know it sounds like I'm bitching about it, but I'm not. It's just, it's hard to talk to just one person. Okay, so this is done, and all the greens are done, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, everything that I wanted green is done, and now we are going to go with some brown colors. No, not browns. We're going to find some blue color, some nice, a little bit of darkish blue. I'll go with the dark blue. Actually, it's called dark blue. Now, this is a coincidence. I really didn't know what the name of the color is. I just have to mix it a lot because I didn't use it in a while, so all the pigments are probably at the bottom of the droplet right here, and you have to shake it to go all over the place. And I just now noticed that I painted over her hand with the green, so if this color of skin is still alive, and it is, I can still make it work a little bit. So we have to fix that, and it is done. It is fixed, just like that. And now we can continue with the blue color. And I just realized that she is wearing gloves, so this is not a skin color. This should be a blue glove color, and the skin should be in these recesses because she has a gloves. So we have to repair that. I mean, not repair, but just do an extra paint on these parts, and then we'll just go with the blue over the hands, since those are gloves. Half an hour and I am nowhere. Yeah, this is really not how I imagine it to go tonight, but we are sticking to it, and we are not giving up. I am not giving up on you. Okay, so her hat is all blue with some orange. My god, what did I do when I spray painted this? Can you see what is happening? It is like super annoying. I'm really not sure what I did, but I oversprayed, or I'm not really sure now if it is overspraying that is doing this, or is it the weather, and then it kind of dries out with this glossy, like, I don't know, it is super weird. I really don't like how it looks like. Check this out. I go over it and it just pools all over the place. Now if I just smidge it constantly, it stays after some time. So I'm not sure what has happened here. I guess we won't be painting 3 miniatures tonight. Maybe we manage painting 2, since I'll have to do everything with the going over everything 2 times just to catch paint. This is super annoying. Thank God not more of you are watching, because I'm seriously thinking of ending this live stream and just putting it on private. And you see what I did? And now I smidged some over her face because I'm irritated by what is happening here. Oh man, I really don't like how this is going. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just terrible stuff. Wow, I'm getting super annoyed by this. Super annoyed. we won't give up just yet. We'll see if we can repair it, if we can overcome. It's a challenge basically. If you watch it like that, if you present it to yourself like a challenge, then you just might finish this paint job. But I don't think. Wow, super stupid. Okay, so I just spent a needless amount of time to paint her head, and it looks absolutely terrible because the paint, I cannot thin paint enough because I thin it too much, it just won't stick, and that's a big problem. Wow, I am really not happy how all this turned out tonight. I was like super pumped. Yeah, I'm gonna paint some miniatures for you, we're gonna talk about stuff, and now these miniatures look horrible because of that, because of this whatever this is that is happening. I was sure I spray painted everything okay. I just remembered that I also, the day when I painted these, I also spray painted some other miniatures from other board games, and I'm just afraid that I probably did some bad stuff to that too, which is just terrible. Okay, now this looks super awful. I'm really not impressed with this paint job. It just doesn't look good at all. It just doesn't look good at all. Okay, we need some more blue. I need more blue, man. We are going to paint this guy, and then this will probably all dried up, so we'll have to go over it once more just to bring that color back. And let's see how will this go with this guy. Okay, so better than the girl, but still we have this retraction of the color. I don't know if that's correct. A retraction of the color. Is that even the correct thing to say about what has happened here? Who knows? I'm just rambling because I don't want you watching this video in a complete silence. But so far this is working way better than this girl. Like, I maybe didn't overdo it on this guy. We'll see when we are done with it. Now, I probably didn't have to use this dark blue. I probably should have used the lighter blue, lighter of the blue, not lighter like light a cigarette, but lighter as more of a light spectrum color. And yeah, You know, I don't know what to talk to you about, so I apologize if I'm a little bit quiet while I paint, but it's just I'm not really sure what you are interested in. If you are watching this video after it went live, tell me in the comments below. If I'm painting this like for one or two people and they don't comment, what do you want me to talk about? I mean, I don't want to bore you with the stuff that you are not interested in. Like for example, Spiel 2019, so the things are really heating up now. And we currently have the van and everything set up. It is just we need to wait for the day to come, and we are off to Essen, and it is going to be super fun. We have some new people that are coming with us, people that never went to any type of these events, any type of board game events. There's this new guy that came to club, a cool guy. Yeah, he's cool. So we kinda lured him into going with us. He was like, oh, what is happening, oh, what is it all about? He was like, I'm kind of mildly interested, and then once we sniffed blood, it was he didn't stand a chance. But yeah, going to conventions is really super fun, because you meet lots of new people, you meet lots of people that you watch online, and you have a chance to meet them in person, talk to them. It was kinda, when it first happened, first time when I was at Hessen, and when I met the Dice Tower guys, I was like, wow, awesome. I watch these people on YouTube, and I didn't even dreamt that one day I'll be part of the Dice Tower. Now, to be fair, I didn't film video for them for almost a year, over the year, since the Borna was born, my son, because it's really hard to find time for everything for me, and Slaven had a lot of work out of the country, so he was not here, so we could not even film it. Even if he was here, we could not film it. And I just remembered that this guy has like this pouch is purple, but I don't want to go with too much of all kinds of colors, so he's getting a blue pouch, and you can do nothing about it. So yeah, so we didn't have much time to film the videos, but I think that will change soon. He said he will probably have to travel less in an upcoming month. At least he hopes so, I think, and I hope so, because then we can resume our videos for Dice Tower, which were super fun. We had lots of fun filming those. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my playlist on my channel that says Life of a Board Gamer. It has a few episodes there that we did some fun stuff. We tried some other stuff, but sadly work and baby and life got in the way, so we never continued that. But we did these like stereotypes of people that you can meet in a board game society, so to say. It's like all the terms in a board games explained. Let's say it like that. Board game terms explained. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to fix this hat of hers, because now it looks super horrible. But what I learned is, if you thin your paints, like super thin your paints, and then just go over it 2 or 3 times, you will get really nice satin finish on a miniature, and it will look much better. It doesn't look at first like that, but just be persistent. If it needs 3 coats, go with the 3 coats. If it needs 4 coats, go with the 4 coats of paint. Go however many coats you need, and trust me, the results will be there. But the thing is, I didn't know that for a long time, because I am the type of painter that really don't have much time and concentration when it comes to the miniatures. I want them to be painted right now, right away. I want everything right away to be done, and sometimes that does not work. You really need to put some effort if you want to have good results. It all depends. What do you want from the miniature? If you are painting for yourself or for somebody else, how important is the miniature? If it's like rank and file models, you can just go over those super quickly. But if it's like some special character, maybe like these are, then you really want to give it a time and paint it like they deserve to be painted. And as you can see, it looks much better now once we did the second coat, and we have to repair that boo-boo I did on the face, and some of her hair I need to repaint with the white, because I need to paint with orange, because she has an orange hair, and orange will not cover over the darker colors. So there is something, unfortunately, that we have to do. And it is really not that much of a problem, because we need to you see, I now did this. I don't know what's with her face, but I just keep messing it up. Okay, so we're just going to go with some paint over this guy, just quickly splash it, just to give it more satin finish. Nothing much, you just quickly go over it. You don't really have to cover everything, just some parts will be fine. If you don't cover some, nothing bad will happen to it. And we are done with this, and now we need some white paint to repair some mistakes that we did, because mistakes can happen, and when your paint is stuck and it doesn't want to budge open, then you have to have like this paper clip or something, and you are set to go. Okay, so mainly I did mistakes all over this girl, so we are going to repair that, all of that. Yeah, the problem with the white is that white doesn't cover well, so you need to you really need to dilute it, otherwise you will get this like a chalk look all over it, and you don't want to do that. So you really want to okay, no, nothing here, maybe well over here a little bit, but really doesn't matter. I think we repaired most of the paint, some of it left here. Oh, this one is still not dry, but we are just going to drown it in a white. And now this is something you should not do, but this is not, you should probably wait for it to dry up, but I just diluted it enough to cover it. And her hair over here, I did something. Did it go some already? Okay. Okay, so that is that. That is the skins, the blue, and now we are going to go for the orange. And for the orange, we are going to use one nice bright orange. It is bright, of course. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the skin tones yet. I need to wait for this to dry up before I can paint over it, but we can go with the orange. And this guy over here is mostly orange. His pants and his pants are brown, and he has a red, purplish. Yeah. Let me just shake it a little bit. I think that maybe I did put a wrong tags on this stream. No, I didn't put any tags on it. I'm not really sure where all of you are, but okay. I will continue fight this myself. And yeah, this orange, it doesn't cover well because it's an orange. Orange doesn't have a good pigment. So we'll probably have to go like 2, maybe even 3 times. And I just realized that his ears are poking out of this hat. These are his ears. These two little, if you see this little like triangles poking out. So we will avoid that and paint them with the skin tone when we will be repairing the girl. Miniature that face got. Well, this orange actually covers really nice. If it wasn't for the pooling, it would actually be a really nice coverage. I am surprised how good this orange is. I don't remember it being that good. Okay, that means we'll have to do less work and we'll be done quicker, which is awesome. Okay, so I went some over his hair, so we need to repair that while the white is still here. As soon as I'm done with his hat, I will do that. Yeah, I have to be very careful going around here. I know you probably don't see it very well, but I already talked to you about it. Positioning camera so you can see everything and me be able to paint it while you can see it. Sometimes those two things don't go together at all. Okay, so let's just quickly take some white color. I didn't wipe the brush correctly, but it really doesn't matter, and just go over his hair because I want it to be gray, not orange, because he has a great gray hair. Yeah, but his coat is also orange, not just his hat. So we need to paint that too. Yeah, this orange is really covering well. I am loving it how it looks. Hey Kotska, glad you stopped by because I was seriously thinking like 20 minutes ago to end this stream because we have some troubles with the paint. So yeah, Slaven got tapestry, but he kinda got sick just before we had the game night, so we were not able to play it. He was not yesterday at the club, and I was really looking forward to play it. I really did, since the wingspan was completely missed from me, and I was wondering how this will be, because Stonemeyer can do some really nice games, but wingspan was not one of those. Right. So yeah, we didn't try it. At least I didn't. I don't know if he played it with Anna, maybe, but I don't think so. He said they were ill, sick, got cold. Not really sure what has happened there. I just hope they get well, because in the next 2 weeks they need to be well, because we are going to Essen. And how are you, my friend? And what is good happening at your place? Wow, this is taking too long with the regular colors. I so much love, so much more love painting with contrast colors. This is just taking forever. I have a feeling that this will never be done. Yeah, you were cold last time, right? I totally forgot. So I guess you brought some of it, send it, some of it here for Slaven and Anna. I thank God it completely missed me, even though I think I just picked up some allergies, and I was never allergic to anything, but I guess that is changed now, because I have sniffles for about 2 months now. I'm constantly sniffing and having boogers in my nose, but you don't want to know details, right? So you finished Pandemic Legacy 1 or Legacy 2? Oh. Yeah, I still haven't played any of Pandemic Legacy. I so wish that I had a constant group of people that I could play it with, but it's just hard to play these legacy games. I presume you played it 2 players, right? If I'm not mistaken. You and Tony. Okay, so this one looks like it's almost finished with the orange. I really like how this orange is covering. This orange paint is really good. I just have a brainy idea. What if when I'm done painting with all the base colors, I use only contrast colors over these, and see how that will look, the final product. That would be interesting thing to try. You didn't play with Tony? Wow. I thought he put some pictures on Instagram of Pandemic. That's why I thought it was him. I guess I saw some other pictures maybe. I cannot really recall right now, but oh, he wants to play. Cool. Can you swing by Osijek maybe so we can play it? Yeah, like once a month. That would be like super expensive. Maybe we could play it over the Skype. I'm just kidding, of course. That is not how you play games. Over the Skype. Oh man. This painting session tonight is going to last forever. I'm never going to sleep. Okay, so we did the orange guy. Let's see if, yeah, this girl's hair is orange, so we need to paint that. Oh yeah, he put a picture of Sight, right. You know, Sight, I just played it also last Saturday, not Sunday. Last Saturday I played Sight, and we played it 7 players. And that is the only way I want to play Sight. I'm not sure, are you having fun playing 2 players, but I would really hate to play 2 players. I think I would not like it. If I played Sight first time ever like 2 players, I would probably say that it's a stupid game. It's weird, but I like it. The more player there is, the better the game is for me. It goes really crazy when you have 7 people running around, kind of threatening to kill each others. But we all know that Sight is not about the war. It's not about the fight. Fight is really just an optional thing. And yeah, we played it on a Saturday, and it was the first time I got over 50 points in Sight. As much as I like the game, I suck at it even more. So that is one thing that I was proud about. I got over 50 points, and I played with the red player. Not sure the name of the faction right now, but the ones that can repeat one action all the time. I never played with those, and that repeating that action, that special ability, is super cool. It really, you can do a lot of stuff that other people can't. But still, it's not that like it's overpowered, because I was 4th or 5th out of 7 players. So yeah, but Sight is really a great game. Yeah, 5 is also okay, but I don't know, I just like it with 7 players. Wait, I'm just getting some messages. Slaven is writing something to me. I'll have to first finish this painting, then I'll see what he's writing. Polonia white. Yeah, they can move really quickly. You can really quickly get them. I mean, it depends what board you get, of course, but I like mostly playing with what faction do I like the most? I don't know. I think it's not Polonia. I think those black guys, Crimea, no, or Crimea is yellow. Not really sure. The guys that can attack as much as they can and put stars by attacking, I like those. Those are like, because Sight is really not about attacking, but those guys really do play differently from others, because others are really not that interested in attacking. The attack happens here and there. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, but I cannot express myself right now. But those guys, they force to attack, and it is really cool. But I hate the blue ones, the Norse countries or something like that. I hate those the most, because they are so hard to play. I never saw anyone win with the blue player, even be good with the blue player. Oh, hello, Slaven, listen to me, Slaven, hello. I saw you send me a message, but I'm in the middle of the painting and I cannot answer you just right away, but I will in a second. Just let me finish this one. I need to finish her hair and then we'll have a look-see. Okay, so this one has also this thingy here. It's orange. Wait till I finish this, then I'll answer all your questions and everything. Okay, so yeah. Dead Man Tell No Tales character set. You just finished painting it. Let's see a picture. I presume you sent me a pictures, right? Ooh, you did. Yeah, from the pictures they really look nice. I presume everything is painted with contrast colors. Let's show to people how you painted miniatures. Okay, so these are the miniatures that Slaven painted when I told him about contrast colors, and now he's hooked. They look really nice, man. Congrats on discovering contrast paints. Okay, I think I forgot a few things to paint here and there with this orange color, but it is what it is. Okay, we are done with the oranges. And I need to come back with the blue to repair a few things I missed. Yeah, man, you would know how to paint without my help. You just need a little guidance. I didn't really help you. Like what? Did I took your hand and paint with it? No, yeah. It's really not hard to paint, and now you see it, especially with the contrast colors. It is like a child's play. So let's see how everything looks here. Okay, I like how everything looks. I mean, I don't like it actually, but it is what it is. You love it. You love these miniatures. Now these miniatures that I'm painting right now, go at the beginning of the video and see my disappointment. Now I did something that I clearly explained to Anna when I taught her how to spray paint the miniatures. I explicitly told her not to do the very thing that I did. I oversprayed, like crazy oversprayed the miniatures, and I'm not really sure if it's the weather that was the problem or if it's that I did oversprayed it actually. But I cannot paint with the contrast paints, so I have to do it a regular style way, and I'm really bummed by it because I wanted to paint these in 2 hours and it cannot be done in 2 hours if we are going to do the normal paint job. But now I'm toying with the idea that maybe I paint them just base colors for now and then go contrast colors over the base colors just to kind of give them a wash, and I don't know, we'll see if I'm going to do that, because it means then I have to every miniature paint like that from this set, and I am not a fan of that idea. Now we are going to use a mahogany brown, and with the mahogany brown, I was silent because I was watching what you two guys are talking about. I want to play tapestry You know I want to play Tapestry, and you are telling me here, oh yeah, it kind of looks good, but wants more play, needs more plays. But when Slaven says it needs more plays, then I get a little bit worried that game might not be that good, Slaven. What you didn't like about it? Because usually you are super hyped when it's about the games. So you saying I need more plays really tells me a lot. So I want to know what you didn't like about it. Okay, so yeah, I just started painting like over here, because really, why would you need to see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm using mahogany brown to paint this guy here, and I switched to a bigger brush because I don't need like precision work for this. I just need it to be done quickly, and that brush was too small for that. Oh, that, yeah, makes sense. Probably more players the game goes better, but some games work well with any number of players. But I would imagine that, I don't know why, but that Tapestry works better if it's more than 2 players. The more players you have, the better it is, but people say that 5 players is too much, and I know that you will force us to play it 5 players, and if you do, I'm backing out. I won't. When are we going to play Tapestry? I want to play Tapestry, Slavena. I want to see what's all the fuss about. How would you compare it to Wingspan? Yeah, I know you cannot compare those two because those are totally different games. But I think this one didn't have that much hype like the Wingspan did. Not sure if it's the availability thing that was the reason of the hype, or was the game really that good that I'm just missing because of the team and everything. So we are painted his hair, but I'm not done with this paint because I don't want to use all kinds of different browns, and that will just, then we will just paint his boots also with the same brown color. Because that way your miniature will not look like a clown show. Because if you want to paint every other thing with a different color, like he's different brown for the shoes, different brown for the belt, different brown for the branch, you'll just use too much of different colors, and the miniature will look, in real life it is like so, but when painting miniatures you really don't want to do that. You really want to use as less colors as possible per miniature, because that way they will look much better. So I just need to switch to a smaller brush for the finer details. See, I'm already losing my language. What are you two guys writing? I cannot play tomorrow, Slavene, because I have to go to lunch. We have a family lunch on Sundays, so I cannot come, but do tell me how it was. And I guess you probably already have 4 people lined up for the game, so it would probably be too much if I come. Nothing similar to Wingspan, but something has to be. Yeah, Essen is basically 2 weeks away. It's going to be... Yeah, you overdid it, Slavene. This year you really overdid it with games. Pre-ordered 36 games. Now you can't tell me that's normal behavior. I think you need an intervention. And if you just now start and tell me how much games did I pre-ordered or all that, it is different because I am kinda a reviewer, so I need to do that, and we all know that it's just something that has to be done. But you don't have an excuse, so we are going to do a little intervention for you. Be aware. Not sure when, but sometime. Yeah, this is taking forever and ever and ever. You also review for yourself. Yeah, that's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. I like it. And Kotska, if you want, you should definitely move to Osijek. And then you can play all the hot new games. I mean, you can play it even in your city, but I understand what you are trying to say. You don't have the crew to play with all this hot new stuff, right? So right now I'm doing the belts and buckles and all the brown things on this girl. So yeah, that is done. This is done. Now let's see what this guy has that needs to be painted brown, and I think it's his pants. We're gonna paint his pants brown. Okay. Yeah, don't say it's Anna's games. We all know you have a problem, so all these excuses that I'm reading right now are just not accounted for. Is that the word right? I don't know. I'm trying to say something that I really don't know how to say in English. So I talked about it last time, how I corner myself when I think I know more English than I actually know, and then I try to be like master of English, and then I realize I don't know how to say that in English, man. So I just shut up. Okay, this is looking nicely with each color that I add, but still I really wish if we would paint these the old style way, the way of the contrast paints, but it is what it is. I'm going to be sad about it, and you can do nothing but listen to me moaning, oh my god, I want this to paint it like so all the time. Yeah, see, again, I'm rambling incoherent stuff. So yeah, what are you guys talking about? I cannot follow you. Yeah, that is the problem if you are the only one buying games. We have 3 or 4 people that have lots of games, so sometimes you don't need to buy it because the other guys or girls have it. That is much more convenient. But it is what it is. You'll have to do it somehow. Have you ever thought of selling some of them? Yeah, I was toying with the idea of opening a board game store cafe thingy, and I think it really has no chance of surviving. Not in Osijek, but in general. It is really hard to have a club that will survive, and it's about board games, because people, when they find a good group that they like playing games with, they tend to stop coming to the board game club and have private meetings, because that way they don't have to worry, are they loud, or if the other participants are bothering them or something like that, something along those lines. So it is sad that it is like that, but it is like that. And I think that the board game club would not work, a board game cafe would not work. But I encourage you to try it. Yeah, I know. You say you sell games in the buy, but keep buying new ones. But the ones you sell, do they do you earn enough money to buy a new one? Or, for example, you sell a game for 10 euros and then you say, oh, I sold one game, I can get another one, and then you buy a game for 50 euros, and then you are 40 euros in a deficit, so to say. That is a big difference than saying, yeah, I sell games and then I buy new ones. Okay, so we are now done with the brown colors, with all these dark brown colors at least, and now we are going with the Iraqi sand, and these are we are going to use for some of the wood and these branches and whatnot. And I just realized that I missed, as always, some of these belt here. I didn't paint it. Okay, now it's done. So yeah, Iraqi sand for all the no, it is deficit in a sense of in a money deficit, not in a, I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm trying to say, so don't ramble nonsense. It is I just, you see, now I was talking with you and I did a boo-boo over here and went over. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit too light of a brown, because it doesn't really differs much, but I'll leave it. I'll just leave it like that. I don't care. It looks okay. when we apply some washes on it and all that, it will look okay enough. And we need to paint this branch. I hate painting branches, spears and all that, because you have to go over it 1,000,000 times before you cover everything, because it's a kind of tiny, not so thick part of the miniature, and it is round, so you always miss somewhere. Always, when you go around, you always miss one part, or so it is super annoying for me to paint these branches, spears, anything that is in this form. But you cannot leave it unpainted, so you need to paint it. Let's see what the Slaven has. Okay, so quantify. How long do you plan to paint tonight? Yeah, the plan was to be done in an hour and a half with all 3 miniatures, but then I realized that my contrast paints won't work for these miniatures because I oversprayed them. I moaned about it at the start of this live stream. I almost didn't do a live stream because of that. I was really annoyed by it, but I think I will stream for maybe half an hour more just to base coat all of these, and I'll finish and continue some other time, just so we have some base coats, and then we can continue painting them. This will be part 1 of who knows how many parts until we finish painting everything, since I'll have to do them the regular way, not with the contrast colors. I don't know, something happened. I'm not really sure what, but something happened, and these are really hard to paint now. Even with the regular paints, if I thin them down just a little bit, they run all over the place. Super weird. Okay, so basically this guy is done, even though it looks awful. This is really not looking good, but I don't know, maybe I even put some washes on it, who knows. So I'm not really sure what you are trying to say, Slavena, with your fancy English words, but what I can tell you is that if you sell a game for 10 euros and then buy a game for 50 euros, you are in a deficit financially by 40 euros. And that is my final word on it. And if you want to battle me, I know where you live. When I'm done with the stream, we can go on the street and fight each other if you want so. And tell me, is your voice better? Yeah, buy for 50, sell for 10. Yeah, or like that. But tell me, is your voice better now? Shall we film some top 10 lists? As we talked, we will. Are you up for it? Can you do it? Or you can just play games, but not talk in a microphone for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Okay, so now I'm completely painting off the camera, because why not? I'm painting the beard because this guy is old, he has a gray beard, so I'm painting it, you guessed it, gray. Wow. You sound like a werewolf who swallowed 2 large rocks. Okay, now that's a very colorful explanation of your current state of your voice. Of the current state of your voice. But how then you can play games? Then you can't play games, that you should be lying and resting. You can't tell me that we want to do a top 10 SN list, that we are going to skip it. It is just not acceptable. Yeah, good for you that you have her, so she can learn the rules, so you don't have to. Okay, so his beard is done. Maybe I should paint something else with this light gray. No, I'll go with the slightly darker gray for all the metal parts. Let me just find it. It should be somewhere around here. No, this one is too dark. This one, no, I don't like this one. Not this one. Wait just a second, I'll be with you in a second. Here it is. So we are going to use blue gray pale for all the metal parts that we have all around these miniatures. And over here we have his sword, and we are going to paint his sword in this grayish color. Yeah, I saw the Zona, but I was really not interested in it. You see what I'm talking about? Check this out, check this out. Listen, look, you can see it live. When you overspray the miniature, and now I watered down the color really watered it down, and when you go and paint it like so, see how the paint retracts. It looks terrible. See? That's what I'm battling entire night. Now you have to be like super what? Super, I forgot the word. So you need to be super patient and go over it a million times, and eventually the paint will catch. But that's the issue. It's like it has grease on it. I mean, it doesn't. I know it doesn't have any grease on it. It can't have any grease on it, but it's really hard to paint it like so. Yeah, Kotka, you can't stop him. When it's about the Essen, he is going full crazy. So he'll probably have to ship some of these games back home with the postal office or something, because it will not fit in a van that is supposed to carry 8 people and yet it goes 6 of us, and he'll probably fill it with the games even more than last year. And now he'll tell you, yeah, but you brought more games than me last year. But lots of my games were small little boxes, while he brings all the big boxes with him. If it comes to it, it will come to it, you mean. But you know what I'm afraid? I don't know, the new guy that's coming with us, I don't know if you were here while I was talking about it, Luca, the new guy that is going with us. I'm afraid, yeah, but my 67 and your 65, and I had so much small boxes. But yeah, what I want to say is, I don't know what will Luca bring with him. How many games will he buy? I know that Marco will not buy that many games, and I also know that Hervé is not going to go crazy. I am currently at, I think, 35-40 games, and I think that will not change much. And I'll probably not bring all of those games back with me. I'll back out of some of those. I'm just because I cannot spend all that money. Unlike Slaven, I have to eat to live, and he, I guess, doesn't need any food because he can spend all that money on the games. And tell us, Slaven, what is your secret? What are you eating, man? Food is overrated. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It kind of like, yeah, I have 37, you have 37, but listen, you pre-ordered 37 games or so. I didn't pre-order these. You know how things work when you're a reviewer. You get some of these for free, and some of them you get on a really big discount. So it is two different things. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I completely messed up with these miniatures. I so much hate myself. They're really so unbelievably hard to paint right now because of these streaking, or however we should call it. No, you would not buy too much. You know why? Because it would not fit in a van. You just let Slaven buy for first 2 days, and then you see there's not that much room in a van, and you are all clear. You can buy like 5 games, and that is that. Next year, Slaven is going with one van by himself just for the games. I guess something like that is in order. Yeah, it was your plan all along. You needed me just so I can show you where the SN is and how everything works, and now when you know where to find cheap staying rooms and everything, you will just go on your own. You will go solo. Admit it, it was your plan all along. You played the long con, man, right? Yeah, that was a plan. What, last year we were talking, we were going to pay Marco to go with us and just carry our stuff. But this year I have Luca to help me out because he owes me, and I told him that one day he's going to do what you did for me last year, Slavene. Help me out, go pick up the games from the booths and all that. And I'll probably need him for 2 days, on Friday and on Sunday, because that's when I have most things to pick up and talk to lots of different publishers. But not like last year. I don't want to overexert myself. I did that last year. It was really stupid. I had a panic attack. Yeah, I never in my life had a panic attack until that day. It's really interesting how it works, how it the sudden rush of adrenaline or whatever it is goes all over you. It is just crazy. Crazy. Okay, so I'll just need some more slightly darker gray just for the handle of this guy's sword that he's holding, and then I'm going to paint her goggles, and I will be kind of finished, even though I'm not finished. Okay, so what are you writing? Yeah, I don't think that in my booth would like that. So we come constantly and leave stuff at their booth. I don't think he would like that. Maybe for one day, but not for. And he's in a hall 5, which is too far away from where we usually park our van. Maybe we should reconsider where to park the van. But yeah, 1 year we should probably have a booth and a student to keep our stuff safe, and people can come to our booth and see what games did we bought. Now that would be some power trip. Most definitely. Okay, so this guy has a red jacket, but I'm going to paint it this dark gray color, just because I don't want to have him that many different colors on him. Okay, and one last thing, the goggles. We need to paint the goggles. Okay, Google. We're going to avert to a smaller brush, because this is really a delicate work that we need to do here. Okay, so I painted all the miniatures, and now I should probably use the washes to bring them out, the colors and everything, but I'm thinking I should probably now go with the contrast paints, because the contrast paints would probably now stick to this paint. Oh, this brush is 0. This is a 0. Wait, let me just put it on the white surface so you can see how tiny it is. Yeah, this is a 0, and this one is a 2. So I usually paint with a 2 and a 0. That's what I prefer, but I think I'm gonna get 6 and a 4, just so I can paint faster, like his hair, for example. Really, you don't need that tiny brush for that. It's not 4 zeros, man. Yeah, it's not cool. Of course I would need to paint the bases black, but I would just leave that for the end and paint them off the camera. It's really not that important. What I want to try now is if the contrast color would stick to this paint, and how it would look if you not go over the white but over the other paint with the contrast colors. So we are going to do a little test. Shall we do it? Should we do it? Oh, I forgot to paint something. I just now realized that he has some straps on his sandals. So while we still have some paint, this dark gray is going to serve us just fine for that. Yeah, it works great. Okay, and once we are done with it, I think I'm just going to end the live stream, because I'm getting super tired. I've been painting for 2 hours, and most of the time until you two guys showed up I was talking to myself. So yeah, I need some more of this gray. This is not enough to finish the paint. Okay. I don't know, now that I'm painting the old style, regular way, I kinda don't like painting. This is really, these contrast colors really spoiled me. It is so much easier to paint with them, so much faster and everything. I kinda even forgot to paint a little bit. Super weird feeling I have right now. Like I never painted before. I'm not that precise with my moves and the brush strokes and everything. It used to be more delicate, more precise than this is right now. It really looks like an amateur hour over here. Maybe I should call my stream amateur hour when I'm painting with a regular paint. Because it sure looks so. Farewell, my friend. See you and hear you tomorrow. Probably won't see you, just hear you tomorrow. And I'll probably also say that this is a wrap. Now these are by far not finished. I need to at least put some wash on it and then maybe do some highlights or something. So these are just the base colors, but we are going to leave it at that. It is not what I was hoping to be, but it is what it is. Thank you two guys, for making me company in this late hour, but I will also bid you guys good night, and maybe I'll stream sometime tomorrow and finish this, who knows. This will be renamed as part 1 in a series of who knows how many parts. Oh man, thank you for tuning in. So until next time, pozdrav.